Hello everybody, welcome to LNP Noble System Integrators. So today we are going to see the basics of AHUs. So as a building management system engineer or a building automation control system engineer, what are the basics that you should know to control, to monitor the features of this AHUs. So first, before entering into the topic, these are the questions we should ask ourselves. Okay, why should I know about this AHU? Where can I see this AHU? How it looks like? What are the things as a BMS engineer I should know in the AHUs? Okay, so for all these questions, we will find answer here. Okay, now let's get into the session. So this is how the AHUs will looks like, because most probably in the GCCs and in the malls we can see this AHUs, but in our countries in the malls we can see this AHU. This is how the AHUs will looks like. Okay, now let's get inside the AHU. What are the things which are inside? So if you see, it has a supply part and it has a return part. Okay, in the supply part, okay, there are few components which are installed inside it. First is the damper. Okay, to take the fresh air we need a damper. Okay, to allow the fresh air to get inside the building, inside the supply deck, we need a damper. Next, the air might have so many impurities. So to filter that, we have two filters, back filter and the pre-filters. Okay. Next, the air may be very hot or it may be too cold, right? So we have to process it. The air that we are supplying inside the building, we have to process it. For that, in order to make a hot air cool, we need a chillers. Okay, we need a water from the chillers, okay, which is getting into the cooling coil. This is how the cooling coil will look like. In the return line, the damper actuators are fixed. Okay, and apart from it, heater is also there, because during the winter seasons the air might be too cold, so to heat that air we need a heaters or the thyristors. Okay, after that, to take this fresh air and supply inside the building, we need a fan. So this is the supply fan. Okay, and we can control the airflow of the supply fan also using the dampers. This is the supply fan dampers. Okay, the same way in the return line. Okay, this return duct will take the air from the buildings. Okay, and it will allow, and it will exhaust outside to the environment. Okay, so in the return line also we have a fan. Okay, we have a damper. Okay, apart from it, in order to make the energy efficiency, okay, we have a recirculating duct which is present between the return air duct and the supply air duct, which is present here. So this will always be in the open condition, because whatever air which can flow from the return line, because return is already cooled, it is serving a particular area for a particular time. After that, it is again coming back. Okay, so we are recirculating it through the recirculating duct, and we are making the air as much useful as can. Okay, so this is a basic idea about the AHUs. Now let's get into the deeper things, how it looks like. Okay, so this is the duct. So this is how the ducts looks like. Supply ducts, return ducts. This is how the ducts looks like. Okay. See here, when after installation, okay, see these AHUs will be in the plant rooms, and the ducts will be serving to the different parts of the buildings. So this is how the ducts, fan coil units, VAVs, and ducts from the AHUs, supply ducts from the AHUs, and the return ducts towards the AHUs will looks like. This is how the view we can see. If you look in the ceiling, this is how it looks like. Sometimes, apart from this plant rooms, sometimes on the rooftops, they will install the air handling units, chillers, everything. This is how it looks like. Okay, and I had already told the dampers are present. Okay, in order to control the damper operation, we are using a very important device called actuators. So we can install these actuators in a different way. So how it looks like, this is how the actuators will looks like. There are so many actuators which has different methods of operations. If you look like, yeah, the operating voltage for the damper actuator will be 24 volt. Okay, and there are certain actuators we can operate in 230 volt also. Okay, but its control voltage is 2 to 10 volt. Okay, so for example, these might be wired to the PLCs. Okay, on the analog output side of the PLCs and analog input side of the PLCs. Okay, the output of the damper will be act as an input, analog input to the PLC, and output from the PLC, that is the command from the PLC will act as an input to this valve actuators. It will be 2 to 10 volt supply. So this is the different methods how we can mount the dampers to control the open and close operations of the actuators. See here, through the spring, through the indirect contact, we are operating this dampers. Directly mounting on the shaft, we are going to control the dampers. Okay, and this is one of the actuator, okay, which is being used in the chill water return line. So as I told in this previous photo, see here this is the cooling coil in the return line to control the chill water, because if there is no control, water will go inside and will come outside, but we need some time for the air which is getting inside to cool, right? So it has to be there for some time to make that entering air cool. So that's why we are controlling, okay, we are controlling the flow in the return line, so that whatever water which is entering inside will not go in the same speed outside. Okay, we are controlling its flow through the this chill water actuator. So the chill water actuator will looks like this. This is how it looks like, chill water actuators. Okay, there are so many types based on the valve we are choosing, the actuator will be different. Okay, this is one of the example. And as I told earlier, the ducts to monitor the temperature, through the temperature inputs we are controlling the damper operations. So this is how the temperature sensors and humidity sensors installed in the AHU ducts. This is the pressure switch which is being installed in the ducts. So in the AHUs there are so many different types. This is one of the graphical representation. So as you are all DAX engineers or the BMS engineers who are pretty aware about the graphics, okay, this is how the graphics looks like. This is one of the example, double supply and double extract type. So this is a supply line, this is a return line, this is a recirculation line. Here we have a double supply, double extract fans. Okay, so you see the panel filters, the cooling coils. Okay, this is the heater. Okay, and to monitor the supply line temperature, we have a temperature sensor, we have a humidity sensor to control, to monitor the flow, we have the flow transmitters, and in this return line to monitor the flow, we have a flow transmitters, we have a humidity to monitor the humidity, we have a humidity sensors, we have a temperature sensors. Okay, and also to monitor the fresh air, okay, we have the temperature sensors and the humidity sensors. These are the dampers, graphical representation of these various dampers. Now let's get the idea about how we can. This is one of the template screen you can use. Otherwise you can prepare your own, okay, based on your ideas. Okay, this is one of the example I am giving for double supply double extract AHUs. Okay, this is a single supply double extract AHU. See here, there is a single supply and double extract, and rest of the operations are same. This is a double supply and a single extract AHUs, and this is a single supply single extract AHU. This is like a typically a single unit. Okay, so there are so many signals we can monitor. These are all signals being connected in the MCC motor main control panel. Okay, so in that one, in order to control the fan, there are two modes. Manually you can operate the fan, or you through the remote. So that's why we have the remote mode here. Okay, through the VFDs we are controlling this fans. So this is these are all the inputs examples for the supply fan. Okay, so we have to monitor each and every run status, fault status, start command, speed control, everything we have to control here. Okay, we are monitoring. These are all volt free contacts. Okay, these are all volt free contacts. And see here, the speed control is a command, so it will be 0 to 10 volt. And there is a feedback also we are taking. Feedback is a 4 to 20 milliamps output. Okay, pressure switch is also a volt free contact. These are the same signals which we saw for the supply fan for the exhaust. So this, as I told earlier, whatever signal that we saw here, we can see in the MCC. Okay, motor control circuits. These are the lights, switches, selector switches. So if we get into the operation, okay, I'm just giving a gist of the operation. Okay, we have to check initially whether the fan is in the remote mode. Okay, dampers are in the auto mode, because for the calibration purpose we can take each and every unit present in the operating the commandable units into manual in the operate mode. Okay, this is now let's have a confirmation to make the operation in a automatic mode. Let's making a cross check whether fan is in the remote or the auto mode and damper in the auto mode. Whether there are some initial positions. As I told earlier, the recirculation damper is always in the fully open position, and the pressure and the exhaust star should be in the closed position during the starting of the AHU operation. Okay, on all the periods in the operation. And the most importantly, there should not be any fire signals, and there should not be any low pressure alarms. Okay, there should not be any high pressure alarms. Okay, after receiving the start command from the AHUs, both the supply fan, the exhaust fans are enabled. Okay, so now there is a control loop for each and every operation. For the pressure control loop, we have this will control the supply fan exhaust fan. Okay, how much volume it has to supply, and the supplier temperature control. If the temperature is, say for example, our set point is 25 degree and the present air temperature in the building is 30 degree, we need to cool 5 degree, we need to cool down the present location 5 degree less. Okay, so it is 30 degree. Now we have to make it to 25 degree. So we have to open the dampers fully so that the entire full air will get inside till it gets cool. Okay, once the temperature is achieved, the dampers will close automatically. Okay, dehumidification control. There should not be more humidity. It will always keep on monitoring the humidity. If the humidity is beyond the set point or less than the set point, to control the humidity, the humidity loop will start. These are the inter programs which we are making in the PLCs. Okay, and also the damper control operations. Okay, but each and every control loop, okay, has a control over the dampers. Okay, and also what are the interlocks that we can keep in the sequence of operation of an AHUs. If the fan fails, what it should do. Okay, if there is a fire alarm, what we have to do. If there is an excessive static pressure, if there is a negative static pressure, what you have to do. Okay, if the recirculation damper is not in its proper position, even after commanding the supplying the extract fans, the dampers are not operating means, then what we have to do. All these things we have to check. Okay, and we can create alarms for each and everything. In general, if the plant is not at all operating, we can create the alarms for the entire unit. Apart from it, we can create the alarms for the pressure, we can create the alarms for the dampers, we can create alarms for the fans, we can create alarms for the filters. If the filter is too much dirty, okay, in order to monitor its dirtiness, we are using the DPS, differential pressure switches, which is being the tubes of the differential pressure switches being mounted on the either sides of the filters. Okay, we can keep the set point. If it is beyond it, what it will do, it will raise an alarm. Okay, it is a volt free contact. Okay, and we can have alarms for the control valve if we are giving some command. If the for the given command, if the control valve is not operating, we can create an alarm. We can give a time delay. How long will it take for the control valve to operate? If it is not operating in that particular time, you can raise the alarm. Okay, even for the temperatures also. Okay, so this is one of the video which we talk from the engineering mindset. It will be useful for you to know how the AHU will work. See here, this is the supply from the supply fan side. This being serving the this air from the cooling. This taking outside. For see here, for the cooling coil from the chiller units, we're getting the supply line, and this is the return line. Okay, this is one of the typical example for how it looks like inside the buildings. See here, this is the chillers. The air handling units via ducts is serving the entire buildings. You see here chill water lines. These are the air supply and the return lines. Thank you so much. If you have any queries, feel free to ask us. And we are doing projects in the building automation, home automation, visual automation, and we are doing the projects in the renewable energies as well. If you have any inquiries, feel free to contact us. Thank you.